what is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Before I continue this video and get into it, make sure you like and subscribe. Leave me a comment down below after you watch this video and watch my other videos. Those ones are great too. Thank you so much for watching this video again. Today I'm going to be talking about my favorite ways to get in my protein and my favorite protein sources that I like just to boost my protein. I do keep my protein pretty high. Right now I'm in a protein surplus just because I want to hold on to the muscle I have and heal really well from the surgery that I had. Some of these may be things you've never heard of incorporating into your diet before for protein, but I do highly recommend. Make sure you stay tuned until the end because the end has my best and most favorite, I'm pointing to it, my best and most favorite protein tool for boosting my protein. So easy, so simple, so quick, and it is my favorite one that probably a lot of people don't have in their diet, but they should if you want to get in a lot of protein. So stay tuned until the end to see that one too, but let's get into the video. All right, the first thing that I am going to talk about is the most obvious. Let's get that one out of the way because you know what I'm gonna say. It's protein powder, adding a protein powder to your diet, whether you're making protein oatmeal, waffles, pancakes, or just a plain protein shake. I do like to just add this where I can. This one is the organic protein. I don't use this one as much because I do really like PE Science, but this is a vegan protein plant-based powder. But I do for the most part use a whey protein powder. Sometimes when I'm feeling like I want to go a little bit lighter on my digestion and stuff, I will use a vegan one, but it's not as good for like baking pancakes and waffles, things like that. It's more so good on its own or just as a little additive to something. But my favorite whey protein is the Select Protein by PE Science. It's the best. This is the cake pop flavor. If you follow Stephanie Buttermore, you may know what the cake pop Select protein is from PE Science. I do have quite a few flavors. I think I've tried almost all the flavors. My favorites being this cake pop for a vanilla flavor. I love the peanut butter chocolate, is so good. It's amazing. The white chocolate peppermint bark is good. I do have the mint chocolate cookies. A lot of those are really good. Oh, my favorite of all time, this one, peanut butter cup and snickerdoodle. The snickerdoodle one is so good. It's amazing. I need to get another tub of that and put that in some pancakes or something because that's super good. But this has 24 grams of protein in a scoop, which I think is really good, especially if you're having it with milk, or even if you're having it with, like, I'll do it with soy milk just so it's not as much dairy. And then this one has 21 grams of protein, but it's for 2 scoops, and the scoops are a little bit smaller than that, so that one's not as much volume of powder. So just keep that in mind when you're using a plant-based one versus a whey protein. So the next protein source that I really do like, just because it's easy to get a lot in, is tofu. I love tofu. This is the Trader Joe's Super Firm brand. I just think the Super Firm is easiest, especially if you're cooking it. I just love it because 3 ounces is 14 grams, which obviously isn't as much as chicken or something, but you can eat a lot of it. I find it really satisfying. I love tofu. I like to switch up my proteins too. I get bored of eating the same thing, so I like to switch it up with this, especially if I'm up early and I need something for breakfast and I don't want something that's going to be super heavy. Some things are harder for me to eat in the morning, like oats or meat or something like that, so I just like to do a tofu scramble or something like that, and it's just easier on my digestion and on your stomach because I find that plant-based foods, you have to have a lot more for it to be filling, and meat just fills up my stomach so quickly. So sometimes it's nice to take a break with a plant-based protein like tofu, or you could do something like tempeh or seitan, something like that. And then of course plant-based, just like beans, things like that, as a whole food option to protein that's vegan. All right, the next thing that I love, this is something that I love to have as a snack if I'm hungry, this because it's just better to go to if I don't want to have something like chips or just something, because I find when I'm hungry and I want a snack, I just want something I can grab. I'm not gonna cook a whole meal. So I love jerkies of different kinds. This one's a turkey jerky, or I'm not eating beef right now, so that's why it's not a beef jerky, but usually I do have beef jerky. This one's the teriyaki turkey jerky from Trader Joe's. I love their jerkies. They have really nice texture. They're not too dry. This one has, in 1 ounce, it has 11 grams of protein, which is really good because an ounce of jerky is like not that much. I don't really look at calories that much, but for an ounce of it, it's 60 calories. It's so calorically dense as well, and there's no fat in it because this is turkey, so there's not that much fat. I just love this, like I said, as a grab and go snack. So I highly recommend, especially if you're someone who grabs for things a lot and wants really easy grab and go snacks, or something that you know you're gonna reach for something that's more unhealthy, something like this is definitely a great alternative to get in that protein. All right, the next one. This is such a good product to purchase, just to add to literally anything, even your water bottle. If I have my water and I'm running low on protein, this is something that I would add. I love the Vital Proteins collagen peptides. I know a lot of people do supplement in collagen. I honestly don't take it or use this as much for the collagen, even though I love a boost of collagen. Who doesn't like that? But some people do purely do it for skin, hair, nails, joints, things like that. I just do it because there's so much protein in a literal flavorless powder that just blends into anything. I'll add this if I don't want to add protein powder into my oatmeal. You can add it into your, like I said, protein pancakes, waffles. If you're eating soup, pasta sauce, your water, your BCAAs when you're working out. It has 20 grams of protein for 2 scoops as a serving, but per scoop it's 10 grams of protein. That's a lot of protein, and it literally just dissolves and blends into whatever you put it in. I cannot recommend this stuff enough. If you are gonna go and get it though, it's so much of a better price than if you go to Target or Walmart or whatever, if you go to Costco. These are the regular size ones. I think these ones are like 20 or 30 bucks for 10 ounces. I have one that's like 20 or 30 ounces, and it's like the same price as this guy. So go to Costco because it's such a good price at Costco. Oh my goodness, I cannot recommend that enough. But yeah, the Vital Proteins collagen peptides. I mean, you're getting that collagen in as well, but I do it for the protein. Oh my gosh, this is one of my favorite ones in all of these because it's just so easy to get in your protein with this. So highly recommend. All right, the next one, and then we're gonna get to the best one at the end, so wait until the end for the best one. Chicken bone broth, or any bone broth, beef, turkey, whatever. This one's organic chicken bone broth from Trader Joe's. You'd think Trader Joe's is literally sponsoring this video, but I just love Trader Joe's. I'm there a lot. Bone broth. So bone broth has, like the collagen peptides, it has a couple different purposes. It is a great, super easy protein boost. You literally just put some in a mug, microwave it, easy. For a cup, there's like 2 cups in this about. A cup is 10 grams and then the whole thing is 21 grams. And it's easy, it's liquid. Liquefied things are gonna be easier to get in that protein because you're not filling up your stomach a ton with a bunch of solid protein that needs to take time to digest and to get in your system. So this is just so easy. The reason why you hear about bone broth a lot is because it's really good for your gut and for your digestion. Because the way that I understand it is you basically have the lining of your gut, and what it does is it fills in any gaps of your gut lining, and having really good gut health is kind of the center of a lot of really good health overall, and your immune system, digestion, the way you're feeling overall is going to be coming back to gut health. So you do want to have good gut health. That's a little just side note, but yeah, gut health is a really good thing. Bone broth is really good for that, but it also is good for a lot of protein, so that's why I love it too. All right, the last thing that is my favorite way to get into protein, I find myself going to this so often, I keep so many of these in my fridge because I just love the protein boost, is liquefied egg whites. And that seems kind of crazy. This is like some OG bodybuilder type stuff. This is the Bob Evans kind. That's not normally the kind I get, but I just get whatever. First, before I say anything else, be honest, make sure that you get the pasteurized kinds. Most of them, when you find them in the containers, are gonna be pasteurized. Don't do this with plain egg whites. I just think that's nasty. You can, I guess. I don't know if that's gonna make you sick or anything, but just to be safe, I always do pasteurized because it is in 3 tablespoons, 5 grams of protein. I usually go for a 20 or 25 gram of protein serving. I weigh it out on my scale in a mug, and then I just mix it with a little bit of, you can do it plain. It doesn't taste like anything. It just is a little bit slimy in texture, not nearly as slimy as regular egg whites. They're quite liquefied. But I don't like cooked egg whites. Also, that's another thing. It's not my favorite. Sometimes I'll do it, but I usually do end up adding in some yolks because I don't really like egg whites on their own, but drinking them to me is just so easy. You down it, it's done, and it's just like the easiest protein you can get in. That's like I was saying with the bone broth, liquefied protein is so easy to get in. Of course, you do want to have protein that your digestive system is breaking down, but when you're trying to get in a surplus of protein, it is the smartest to get in some of that protein with liquid so that your digestive system gets a break as well. It's not a struggle to drink this. Honestly, I think drinking this is easier than drinking a protein shake. I love liquid egg whites. I cannot recommend these enough if you're struggling to get in your protein. I highly recommend you try these. I know it sounds crazy. It sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger is telling you to do this to prep for a competition, but I swear it's just a great way to get in your protein. I do this almost every day to meet my protein. It's just so easy, especially if my appetite's low. But yeah, this is my favorite. I cannot recommend enough liquid egg whites for boosting that protein and just feeling good and building your muscle, and just meeting your protein goals feels so good. When I meet my protein for the day, I'm like, yes, I did it. And liquid egg whites most of the time are the reason why I am meeting my goals for protein. So that is all 6 of my recommendations for boosting your protein and getting that protein up for your muscles and for recovery and feeling good and getting in those gains. So if you've made it to the end of this video, make sure to leave me a comment which one of these you like, you've tried, sounds crazy, whatever, or that you want to try, or something that you love that's high protein and you love to have in your diet that's really nice for boosting your protein. Just let me know in the comments. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow Power Build Brooke on Instagram for more lifting content and fitness content and information, things like that. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video, and I hope you enjoyed this one. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.